teacher, Mami Yang, and for this session, we will be dealing with the assembling of our skirt project. Our skirt with overlap slit at the back, and may you have a wonderful experience assembling and constructing our project. And please follow the procedure and steps properly for you to be able to do or make your. So let's start. So before you start, make sure that you have all your materials, your bandroll, your waistband, which is 4 inches in width, and the length should be the waistline measurement plus 3 inches. Then your pins, tailor's chalk, or you may use pencil for marking. Of course, your tape measure, shears, your zipper. The zipper should be the same color with your fabric, but I only have this kind of color just for the demonstration. The different cut out parts of our skirt. This is the back skirt, and this is the front skirt. Now, as you can see, the patterns were removed already. It is because I am already done transferring the markings from the pattern to the fabric. Now, if you will look closely, the markings from the tracing wheel. Okay, so anong unang gagawin? What is the first step in assembling? First, you need to clean stitch the raw edges of our garment. So how to do that one? For both front and back part, you need to clean stitch the sides of your garment and the zipper's allowance. Now for the front side, clean stitch everything except for the waistline part and the hemline part. So for example, I am just going to illustrate the different step using pin basting. Now, in your case, after you have folded and mark the edges, you may start sewing it using running stitch. Now, if you do not have sewing machine, but if you have sewing machine in your respective houses, you can machine stitch it. Now, so this is the side part of my back. Just fold twice. Now, this is the first fold. Estimating a 1/4 fold. Then another fold. Making sure that the final width of our fold for the clean stitch is only 1/4. Take time in measuring, please. Okay, all throughout. Now, after you have secured it with pins, you mark the top of the fold that you've made, and you measure 1/8 on it, on this part, and start sewing running stitch on it. So the length of the running stitch is 1/8 all throughout the sides. So for instance, I am already done. Assuming that I am done, the next step would be assembling the zipper. Now make sure that you are facing the wrong side of your back part. So this is the wrong side and this is the other wrong side of the back portion. And then from the waistline, you measure 7 1/2 inches downward from the waistline and mark. Then from here up to here, from the 1/2 inch allowance above the slit, you sew it using running stitch. Again, make sure that the length of the running stitch should be 1/8 1/8. So you just mark 1/8 1/8 on that particular stitch line up to here and then start sewing it. Now for example, this is my stitch. This is my running stitch. The pin is considered to be my stitches. Up to here, up to the 1/2 inch allowance above the slit. Okay, now if you are done, start sewing the dart. Now, if this is my dart, just fold the line from here up to here, making sure that you hit the markings that you've transferred from the pattern. You sew both the front and the back darts. So after sewing it, again, running stitch po tayo in sewing the darts. But again, if you have your sewing machine, you can machine stitch it. So it would form like this. Please do not forget to sew the darts found on the front side. Now, if I am already done with the darts, okay, dalawang darts po sa back, ito po, at saka ito, we are now ready to assemble or attach our zipper. Okay, pag mag-attach ka po ng zipper, we should face at the right side of our garment. Now, there is a 1 1/2 inch allowance on it, right? Just fold it. Fold lang po yung allowance to 1 1/2. Then, open the seams at the back part for you to easily attach your zipper. Now, it would look like this if the seams are properly open, press open. or zipper. Now this is the right side and this is the left side. Insert your zipper below at least 1/2 po para hindi makita ang metal lock sa ating zipper. And pin. Make sure na pag mag-pin, below sa bakal. Para po maiwasan na mabali yung needle natin pag nagtatahi na po tayo. And this part also is the indication that this is the end of the zipper. Now from here up to here, going to the left. Now from this fold, you measure 1/2 po. 1/2, 1/2 all throughout up to here. And that 1/2 should be attached on this part of our zipper. So the left side should overlap on the right side. Now, draw a thin line on top of it so that you will be guided in sewing it. We will be using running stitch again, so make sure that the length of this running stitch is 1/8 evenly. Then on the right side, we've folded the zipper's allowance already, and make sure that you attach it like this. You can open the zipper if you have difficulty in assembling it, but I would suggest that for have to, you do not open the zipper while you are attaching the back part of our skirt, para po makita natin na even yung starting point nila. Okay? So, 1/16 po yung attachment natin. Again po, yung pin, consider this as the stitch that I am doing. Okay, so make sure that when you are done attaching your zipper, it would look like this. Hindi nakikita yung zipper. Okay, so draw a thin line again over here and sew it using our running stitch. So this is how we assemble or attach our zipper. Next is our slit. Now so this is the left side and this is the right side. Look closely that the right side should be like this. Our skirt. This part. Now turn over your garment part, making sure that you are facing the wrong side of your garment. So this is our overlap slit. Now on this part, make sure to cut out the other two 1.5 slit allowances. The first 1.5, the second 1.5, the third 1.5 would be the line continuing from the zipper's allowance. Make sure to have a 1/4 inch allowance so that you can clean stitch the edge of this cut out part. So it would look like this. So on this part, this is the 1/2 inch allowance above the 6 inches length of our slit. So if you will be looking into the markings, from here up to here, this is 1/2 inch. And from here up to here is the length of our slit. Now, all you need to do, inch of the allowance. 1/4 inch or half of the 1/2 of our allowance. So, forming an L cutout. So after cutting it out, this slit would look like this. So you can now flip it easily. Flip it over easily. Then fold again. Fold it like this. And this is now the raw edge of our slit. Make sure to sew it downward, fold it downward, and sew it using hemming stitch. Now hemming stitch measures 3/8 inch. Now question is where to hem stitch that particular part. Dito lang po, from here up to here. Making sure na the stitch should not be visible at the wrong side of our back skirt na part. Okay, so the slit now looks like this at the wrong side, but at the right side it would look like this. Now the stopper for our slit is from here up to here, so make sure that you sew this part from here up to here. Dito lang po hanggang dito. Again, from the center going to the right, you sew using running stitch, and from here up to here, just sew it using hemming, but make sure to clean stitch this part. Okay. Now this would be the assembled zipper at the back, and this would be the slit, the assembled slit at the back side. So if we look it at the right side, titingnan natin siya sa right side, it would look like this. The zipper is not visible. Make sure na nag-overlap ng 1/2. And ito yung overlap natin na slit. So as you can see, ito lang yung pin na nakikita, meaning from here up to here, lang din po yung yung tahi natin. Now, if you are done assembling this zipper and the slit, we are now ready to attach the front side of our skirt. Take note that you need to sew the dart and making sure that you sew at the wrong side of our skirt. So for example, i-attach ko na siya. So I am just going to pin it so that you can see the actual output. Make sure to follow the 1-inch, the stitch line that we have transferred from our pattern. On the stitch line, the marking from the tracing wheel is visible. Now, the marking created by the tracing wheel is approximately 1/8. So, pwede na kana ang sundo nato pagtahi para di na mo magsukat. Then use running stitch in sewing this part. So, tahion siya, gikan din padulong sa baba. But do not forget na dapat ang mga raw edge naka-clean stitch. Just for the sake of this demonstration, wala lang na ako gi-clean stitch. Tanan. So, assuming that we are already done sewing that side, the sides of our skirt. Now at the right side, now at the wrong side, it would look like this sa front. And sa back side, it would look like this. And if we will be looking at the right side, this is the back part and this is the front part. Now we are now ready to attach our waistband. So if this is my waistband, and this is my bandroll, attach the bandroll at the wrong side of our waistband, overlapping it with 1/2 inch. Example, again, ang pin ang akong padagan. make sure to draw a thin line on top of the bandroll as your guide in stitching, especially if wala po tayong sewing machine. Running stitch din po yung gagamitin natin sa pagtahi ng ating bandroll. Now make sure that the bandroll is the same as the length of your waistband. Again, this is the waistband, this is the bandroll. So since sobra, set it out. So assuming that I've machine stitched it already, or hand stitch ko na siya using running stitch, so it would look like this. Again, assuming ang pin ng akong padagan. Let's fold. Fold, going inward. Hanggang sa baba. Make sure that we follow the width of our bandroll. Then, again, going to the right or inward. Then, i-fold pagawas. Pareho sa kalapdon sa atong bandroll. Sag. Fold. Tapos and then ipin. Make sure na pareho kalapdon sa bandroll ang ato ang pagka-fold. No excess space. So, if na-fold na siya, o ingon ani, okay, you can observe that there is an excess allowance. Okay, na siya excess. So, what are we gonna do is mark the excess part. Pwede lapis, you can use pencil or tailor's chalk. So, kung na-mark na nato ang mga excess na parts sa atong waistband, padaganan siya ang end. Both ends lang, mga 1/4 lang. Estimate, gikan din padulong diri 1/4. So, padaganan siya, gikan diri, padulong dira, diha lang kutob. Ayaw padagani diri ha. nga part. Ang end lang. So, gikan diri padulong dira padagan, gikan diri padulong dira padagan, dili padaganan diri. So, unsay gamiton nga stitch? Running stitch atong gamiton. So, 1818 na sad. Kung naamoy makina, diretso padaganan o diretso padaganan sa makina. Example, mo na ni akong padagan ha, sa both ends, tanggalon na nato ni itong pin. Okay, so natanggal na yung ani na porma. So, makita na to nga muni ang excess na to kaganina sa wrong side, right side man siya. So, ready na ta mag-attach sa ato ang waistband. So, pag mag-attach ta, i-open na to ang zipper. And then, gikan sa right side, wrong side, gikan sa wrong side padulong sa right side ato ang plaster. So maguna ta diri kaning nay overlap katong nay 1/2. Diba nay allowance nga 1/2 din gikan diri padulong dira naman ni allowance. Kaning sobra nga gi-mark nato sa bandrol mo na ang atong butang itahi. So mark allowance niya no. And then, ang mahitabo, since this is the overlap, alawansan, pag magbutang nato sa band, alawansan lang nato siya gamay. I-forward lang nato gamay, mga anak. Ano, no? Ano siya plastar. Sige, atong itaon. Again, ang excess ha. Ang excess ang ato ang ganito. So, ang forma sa dark, paana, padulong dito. Unya, ang kaning mga sa kilid, sinumpayan sa kilid, i-open. Naka-press open. Anong seam sa kilid. Ang dark, paanin siya sa front, bali mag-ana sila. Mag-opposite silang direction. Ang sangat tahi ang gamito na to ani, running stitch gihapon. Again, ang katong excess sa bandrol ha, mo ay gigamit na itong gi-attach sa allowance nga 1/2 sa atuang waistline. Again, ang seams naka-open. Make sure that you follow the stitch line. So, ano ni ang last, ang end sa atong zipper. Normal ra na siya nga naay sobra. Kaya nag plus 3 inches ba yata sa atong waistband. Para if ever na mo dako mo, pwede dili na ninyo tas-tason, inyo na lang isibog ang hook and eye. So, pag naingon ani na siya, na-attach na nato ang atong bandroll sa ato ang hawakan. As you can see, na siya exist. To trim nato siya. No, dapat pantay ang seams para di siya bulky. Ang mahitabo, ang 1/2 man ang allowance dere, himo nato siyang 1/4. So, ikat na lang nato siya para pantay, para limpyo, tan-awon. Sa example, nakat na siya palibot, nakat na nato siya. Ato ang example lang ha, nakat na siya palibot. But nga nato siya og clippings. Ayaw ilapas sa tahi. Dugol nga clippings. Kay pag ilapas nimo na sa imong tinahi, mabuslot na. So naa siya clippings no. Kay pa-curve man ang atong waistline, so naatay clippings na buhaton para mas tarong iyang shape. Di siya mo kunot, di siya mo hibat. Then after na-trim na ang allowance, nakabutang na tag-clip, i-close na nato ang ato ang waistband. Saan ito siya? Hindi mo na lang isulod. Na, paana. Then, anak man to ganina no. Anak dagway, imo na lang anak. I-close na siya. Close din natin. So, kung human na, so, ano na siya dagway, nataod na ang ato ang band, atong waistband. So, as you can see, naadari ang naay lapas no, katong sa naay pigpig nga part. Sa inyo ha, siguro mga anak rin na inyo hang sobra or mga anak. So, kung tahay anak na siya, ini ang ato ang plaster. So, dariya ang eye, ibutang. Then, ang hook diri. So, pag mag-attach mo sa hook, dapat dili mo kita diri ang thread. No? So, diri lang mo kuha dapit. So, dariya ang ato ang eye, tapos ang hook. So, ano na siya plaster. Nakataod na ta sa ato ang waistband. Diri na ta sa ubos. Sa hem. Sa hemline, niuna lang nato ni pag-clean, pag-finish. At ito sa wrong side. Tapos, para mas dali na lang, i-fold na lang nato ning allowance. Then, gikan sa fold nato, magsukat tag 1 inch, gikan sa fold pataas. Naanay sobra. So, ang tanang sobra, manay i-fold pa ilalom. 1 inch ang final na kalapdon sa ato ang hem fold. Naano lang nato ni para dali na lang para sa inyo. Patuyok. So, ana na lang. Patuyok, no? Nya. Tarunga lang po ninyo kasta. And then, pag okay na, na-fold na siya, sukat na lang mo 3/8, 3/8. And then, i-hemming stitch na lang ninyo pagtahi. Okay? So, yung ana pag-assemble sa atong skirt. Pero na may makina, pwede rin ninyo padaganan. Kasi yung ana siya. If you have some questions and clarifications, you may PM me directly, and that would be all. Good day, God bless, stay safe, and have fun.